Hey everyone, I am GSP. Welcome to my channel GSP Creations. Today we are going to create this in After Effects. Before that, click the subscribe button and bell icon for every updates from our channel. So let's get started. Open After Effects and create a new composition. Let's call it Neon Text Animation. As always, I am using the 1920 by 1080 resolution at 30 frames per second. And then hit OK. Let's make it fit 100% to the window. Now go to the Tools bar and select the Text tool. Click anywhere on the screen and start typing your text. I am using this light word. You are free to use your own text. Let's align your text into the center. Please note you can download this font from the link in the description. I am using the text size of 320 pixels. And make sure the color is white. Now go to the effects and the presets and search for the random fade up. This is an inbuilt text animation preset and it is going to work with the text only. Double-click on it to apply it onto the text layer. Here you can see we have this type of text animation. But this animation is not perfect, so let's fix it. Press U to open keyframes. Select both keyframes and let's place them at the 1 second position. Also, I am placing second keyframe at 1 second 15 frames position. To make the animation a little faster, now go to the 6 seconds position. And then add a keyframe. On start, go to around 15 frames forward. And change the start value to 0%. So now our text appear and then disappear after a few seconds. As you can see, letters are appearing from the opacity. And we don't need it. So let's fix it. Expand this range selector. And then open Advanced here. Change the smoothness value to 0%. And now the letter appearance is fixed. Cool. Let's minimize this layer and then right-click on it. And choose Pre-compose. Let's call it Text Composition. And then hit OK. Now go to the effects and the presets and search for the Vegas effect. Apply it onto the layer. And let's adjust a few settings. First of all, change the value of the segment to 1. And then change the length value to 0.6. Now change the blend mode to transparent. And the text should look like this. Let's click on this random phase option. And then change the rotation values to 25 degrees. Let's change the color of it. I am using this golden shade for it. Now again go to the effects and the presets, and search for the glow effect. Apply it onto the layer. And before proceeding we need to change the color depth of this project, so that we can play with more colors. Simply go to the project window and you will find this 8-bit PC or 8-bit per channel option. Press and hold the Alt key on your keyboard, and then click on it 2 times to change the color depth to 32 bits per channel. And now we can adjust the glow settings. First of all, change the glow intensity value to 0.1. And then make a duplicate of this glow effect. Here change the glow radius value to 50. And then make another duplicate of it. This time change the glow radius value to 120. Here we have this nice looking glow effect. Now select this layer and we will call it Text Composition Golden. Now make a duplicate of it, and rename this top layer to Text Composition Blue. And then change its Vegas color to blue. But the problem is this blue text is overlapping my golden text. So if you change the rotation value to around 190 degrees, you can see both text layers now. I am going to change the blending mode of it. If you don't see your mode tab, here press F4 to switch between. If your F4 key is fighting over religion, then right-click here, go to the columns and select modes as well as select the switches, because we are going to need this now. Change the mode to screen. One thing I noticed, my blue text and golden text doesn't have enough glow effect. So select this layer and then select the glow effect. Now make a duplicate of it, and change the glow threshold value to 20%. Now select both text layers and pre-compose them. We will call it the Neon Text Composition. And then hit OK. Now create a new solid layer and call it as Floor. Again go to the effects and the presets, and this time search for the fractal noise. Apply it onto the layer. And then change the contrast value to 450. And change the brightness value to 5. This is how it should look like. Here is the important part, select this floor layer and pre-compose it. I am calling it Floor Composition. And make sure to choose Move All Attributes into the new composition. Let's hide it for now, because we don't need to see it. It's time to create the floor reflection. Make a duplicate of this neon composition, and we will call it the Neon Text Reflection. Again go to the effects and the presets, and search for the compound blur. Apply it onto the layer. And let's make the reflection layer 3D. Simply click on this cube icon here. And then press R to open rotation. Change the X rotation value to 95 degrees. And then place it below this text layer. If required, open scale and change the scale value to 105%. Now select this layer. And then go to the effects control here. Change the blur layer to floor composition. This floor reflection is already looking nice. Let's change the maximum blur value to 40. And then move to the next step. Let's add more glow to it. Create a new adjustment layer. And call it glow. Again go to the effects and the presets, and this time search for the glow effect. Apply it onto the layer. And then change the glow radius value to 100. But this glow is not enough. So let's create a duplicate of this text composition layer. And then go to the effects and the presets. Here search for the fast blur effect. Apply it onto the layer. And then increase the blurriness value to 550 now. Select this layer and make 2 more copies of it. Select all these 3 layers and change the blending mode to screen. Let's make some color adjustment. Create a new adjustment layer. And call it as color. Place it above the glow layer. And then again go to the effect and the presets. This time search for the curves. Apply it onto the layer. And then make an S-curve. It will add some contrast in it. It's time to add some flicker to it. Open any text composition. Select this top layer. And then open opacity. Press and hold the Alt key on your keyboard. And then click on this stopwatch icon to add an expression in this expression box. Type wiggle parentheses inside this. Type 50,25. Let's do the same with this bottom layer. As well, open opacity and add an expression to it in this expression box. Type wiggle parentheses inside this type. 75,20. This expression will be slightly different from the top layer. Just to make it random. Switch back to the main composition. And now make all layer 3D by clicking on this cube icon. Cool, let's animate it. Create a new camera. I am using a 50mm camera preset. Go to the first frame position. Let's place this camera on top of all layers. Now open position and then add a keyframe on it. Go to the last frame position and change the last position value to around -2800 pixels. Check the animation. And this is what we have now. I think the flickering is too much. Let's fix it. Open neon text composition. And first drag this top layer to the right, so that it will start from the 15th frame. And then change the expression to 5 for the first, and 10 for the second layer. Switch back to the main composition, and now we are going to add some light streaks to it. Select this bottom layer and make another duplicate of it. Let's call it neon text light. And change the blur dimensions to horizontal. If you want, you can increase the blurriness value, but I am going with it. Let's change its opacity. Open opacity and change the opacity value to 50%. RAM preview this, and our animation is complete. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Have a good day. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel GSP Creations. Thanks for watching. See you all next week.